I got butter. I got butter, butter, butter. I got butter. I got butter, butter, butter. I got butter. Yes, you are tuning in to Life with Cousin Patches. I got butter. It's time for greens. It's the holidays. And you know, you gotta have greens. If you don't got greens, you almost feel like you don't even have a holiday. So, for those of y'all who want to learn how to fix greens and clean them and cook them, now baking powder. The reason why you need baking powder to clean greens is because I no longer use dishwashing liquid. Back in the day, they used dishwashing liquid to wash the greens with, and sometimes you don't get all the dishwashing liquid out. So you're gonna need dishwashing liquid. You're gonna need salt. The salt is what exfoliates the green leaf itself. Oh, and one thing about the baking powder, if you have a wilted leaf, like an old leaf, once you put this in your water to clean the greens, it brings it right back to life again. I don't know what it does, but it brings it right back to life again. So, and you're gonna also need all your normal seasonings. You know, I cook with onion powder. You're gonna need garlic powder. You're gonna need a little bit of fresh garlic, fresh onions, red, yellow, and green peppers should be in your greens. I love to see them colors together. They're beautiful. So I always put them in my greens. A lot of people be like, what is it that makes my greens so unique? It's because I cook with these in there. So we're gonna have plenty of these. So you're gonna need that. And what else you're gonna need that I didn't mention for your greens? Uh, you're gonna need vinegar. You're gonna need vinegar for your greens, and you're gonna need chicken broth, or you can do vegetable broth, or you can do beef broth. But if you do beef broth, don't use a lot of it because it takes away from the color of the greens and it makes it look kind of dark. So I usually use chicken broth or vegetable broth. If you don't have no vegetable broth, then that's fine too, because you can take the juices. It's gonna make its own juices from the fat back or turkey parts that you're gonna be cooking with and making the greens. So that meat that you're putting in there is gonna make its own broth. So oh, there's anything else? Oh, the biggest pot you got. You're gonna need a big, 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 big pot. There's no way you can make little greens. There's no such thing. They cook down, but it takes a while for it to cook down and compress. And once it cooks down and compress, you can stack more fresh greens on top until you get to your desired length. And be sure to let you know that these greens are going to take hours, honey. This is not a 5-minute deal. This is not something that's going to be done within an hour. You're talking about slow cooking it all day for at least anywhere. I know mine take anywhere from 8 to 12 hours. I know that sounds like a lot, but I usually do it at a medium high speed and boil it and add a lot of water, and I'm cooking on it all night. So you just leave it on there all night until it gets tender. So it sounds like a lot. You know, some people, if it's a very, very small pot of greens, maybe, just maybe, you can have them cooked within 5 hours to the desired tenderness. And it all depends on what kind of greens you're going to have. So I make mixed greens. And when you do that, you get collards and turnips and whatnot. And them thicker greens is what takes so long to cook. Okay? So, like if you did mustard greens, then it's only going to take about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 to 3 hours. Kale, the really soft leafy ones. And right now, the really soft and leafy ones. This is kind of soft, but these are turnip greens right here. And 4 hours, at least 4 hours, if I had just cooked that because of the thickness of the green. So when I get through with this, Honey, you in for a long night. I don't know how I'm going to fit all this in 15 minutes. So I will be taking this in different takes to get this up through. And while I'm cooking these greens, we're going to walk down memory road. Hey, and the CD that we listening to? Chitlin Hits, baby. King Kong finally got around to making my Chitlin Hits. So I will be jamming all through the night. And you do too. If you got your favorite music or you just want to listen to my Chitlin Hits, then listen to my Chitlin Hits. Be sure to be prepared in chilling attire. Have you on, I'm always in a gown. So I got my little black gown on, apron, hair is put up. It's the way it's supposed to be. I feel more comfortable picking greens with my hair in rollers. This is my roller greens picking hairdo. I'm always in rollers during the time of picking greens. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my mom and them has always clean greens with rollers in their head. So, and a clean house. So with that being said, let's get it on for some cleaning of some greens. Okay. Now you have your big pot right here. And you'll have your meat that you're going to put in it. I'm going to use turkey legs. Now these turkey legs look like they had been on some type of diet. They didn't get no Miracle Grow or no steroids because look how little these are. Now the ones that I had last year from Little Giant, they was big. Just one of these was the size of a long big. So for my pot, I went on and got 3 of them. And remember, you got to clean your meat. Then if you was gonna do ham hock, you'll also have to boil it into the can. You'll rinse your ham hock out because ham hocks are usually gritty. So you want to make sure that all that grit is off the pot. In goes the pot. Turkey leg. And they smell so good, and it gives your greens a smoked turkey leg flavor. Oh, that is so nice. You're going to rinse it until it's no longer slick. I rinse all my meat. Remember, I told you I have an uncle that believes that the fire kills whatever bacteria that's on the meat, so he don't even really rinse his meat out. But y'all know I rinse all my meat out. Fill your pot at least halfway. Because greens make a lot of water. As it boils down, it makes water and it also absorbs. Sounds kind of funny, but the weight of the greens helps make the water rise. But if it boils for too long, you will have to add more water to it because water evaporates with heat. So, and you will be adding water to this throughout the whole entire night. Cups and cups and cups and cups of water. Because it takes a long time to get greens tender. Greens is not supposed to be so chewy that you'll think that you're chewing on shoe leather. You know, it's not supposed to be that chewy. And so, and it's not supposed to be steamed, to where you have firmness. Greens should dissolve on your tooth enamel. Yes, it should. You should damn near be able to eat greens with no teeth as well. So, I love green vegetables because it helps keep you regular. If any of y'all be feeling kind of clogged up, eat some cabbage, eat some greens. It cleans your system out really, really good. So I'm gonna put this on the stove and I'm gonna cook this on medium high. This will cook all night long. So I got my water going. And forgive me for sitting down, you guys. My body's killing me. And with the camera that I got, it's not good. It's hard to get a good aim in my kitchen. So I get to sit down and y'all get to be able to see me a little better. So When you're picking your greens, as this water fills up, before I get to that, how can I forget to send my shout outs? I want to send a special thanks to Rashawn, Random Ranting. Miss Ranting, and I hope I'm saying your name right because, you know, me being a Southern girl, y'all got all these special names. I don't even know how to pronounce it. But I may not know how to pronounce your name correctly, Miss Ranting. But I have been peeping in on your show. I like it. The young lady on there, she be reading poetry and giving little advices within her poetry. I found to be very beautiful. And congratulations on your show with the view. Oh, that's big steps, baby. Did I forget to mention that Miss Ranting is a author? She writes books about domestic violence. I will be sending me off to get me a book myself, and we'll be reading it. Maybe we'll have a book club or something going on my other channel, because I'm gonna have a gospel channel too as well, which will be 1975. Will be with gospel on there, because there's no use to be sitting there and not doing anything. But Miss Random Ranting, thank you so much for tuning in to I Got Butter. You've been asking me to cook some greens and asking me, and the reason why it's taking this long is because when you cooking greens, you better be ready to serve them. And with my busy lifestyle, it damn near had to be a holiday for me to cook these greens. But hopefully, it's gonna be hard for me to do all of this and have it up by Christmas. But what I will do, it will be done Christmas Eve, because this is the night before Christmas Eve. So it'll be boiling and boiling and boiling, and this last hour, I will be sticking it back on the stove for it can finish doing what it has to do. And sticking it, in my fridge or whatnot. So sorry if it's a little late. So with that being said, what's a good green? Bed green. This right here is a good green. It got a beautiful, healthy color. And the bristles are really strong. You hear that? That crunch in there? Good crunch. A lot of people likes to leave they stem on. I don't like to leave my stem on because it makes the greens too bitter. But I don't want to not leave some on here because most of the vitamin is inside the green. So I will probably pick half of this off. Just like that. This will go in the garbage. This will go in the sink. I don't chop up my greens until after I wash them because when you get 1,000 pieces of greens, it's hard to wash everyone. But when you leave them whole like this, it's easier to wash. So you want to fill up your sink with warm water, not too hot because you don't want your greens to go limp. I'm not trying to cook them in my sink. I just want them clean. So I use tempered water, which means the water is not that hot. And look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. So that's how I do it. You're looking for brown spots, bugs, because this comes from the earth. Even though I bought this at Kroger's, you're still looking for bugs, spiders, or whatnot. Then this is considered a bad green. You see it's brown. Even look like there was a bug on it. Bad green. Matter of fact, most of this green is bad. The only thing that I really see good on here is this corner right here. So I'm going to take that piece off of there. Throw it in my water. This goes in the garbage. Oh, we got some good greens in this season. You see this? Beautiful, healthy greens. These greens are so strong, you can almost wash your hands with them if you didn't have no washcloth. You want a good, strong green, Notice I took most of that stem off, just leaving this much because I wanted to get tender. I want to leave some of it in there. Now, as my water fills up halfway, you're going to need a bucket over here to wash and collect them. But what I like to do is soak them for a while as I'm picking and cleaning them. I put a little salt in there for exfoliation. Same old